all you total legends to another B&B episode. Today we are taking a look at the model something. I'm not really sure what the brand is called, but Google Translate seems to think it's called Road Model. So yeah, take that as you will. Now, these guys have also done the upgrade kit for the MP36 Megatron, and they've also got a Dinobot kit coming out real soon. In case you're unaware, these are light and sound parts for the Takara MP13 Soundwave, or maybe the KO. I'm not sure if the colors are a complete match or not, but officially this is for the official. Now, reportedly, as a first run bonus, we also get a backplate for the Takara MP36. This is not for Toy House Factory, this is not for Infinite Transformation. It is only for the Takara or the Takara KO. I'm not sure if this is the Mod Fans one or not. It is different, it does have some different details. Here's the Mod Fans Infinite Transformation back kit. So you see there are some detail differences. This is much thicker, this feels much sturdier, this feels quite thin, and the paint isn't the greatest. You can see I've already got scratches on it. Alrighty, so in the box, let's just start with Soundwave's face first. Focus, thank you. I'm actually pretty impressed with how well it's done. The plastic does have a slight speckle in it, but I'm not really seeing any sprue marks, nothing. The silver is done alright. It's a little bit bright for my taste, but it's still done alright. A little bit thick on the sides here, but apart from that, good. A little bit of silver in the middle. And the eyes, the visors, I'm really digging how they've done this. It's not just clear plastic. They've added like a metallic speckle paint to it. Look at that. So even with the LED off, it still looks great. It comes attached to the neck piece. Neck piece is painted white, and I've got a chip just on the inside there. You don't see it, but it does indicate that the paint will actually chip. Now, for this to work, we have a tidy button just on the side here. Push that. It's got the pulsing on and off. It's flickering in the video because of my shutter speed, but in real life, this is a super smooth transition on and off. Ooh. And then the next mode is just flashing, and then just permanently on. It's also coming up a little bit green on my camera. It is a bright yellow. It's yellow. There's no green in it, so don't be worried about that. It looks a little bit more yellow now. I'm getting some light bleeding. You can see just at the tops here, coming out from underneath there. It's not awful, but it is noticeable. Now, to swap the visors over, you don't need to unscrew anything, but these little earpieces, they do flex a little bit, right? They come out. Seeing that? Just a little bit. So they come out, and then you can just pop this out. So it's two tabs, and you just got to release the tabs. There we go. And then it's a little bit more tricky to get them back in. So we're just going to sort of lean this in here, and then you just got to separate the ears and just push it down, but also line it all up. And just be aware of where you're pushing this visor, because you don't want to squash anything, do you? There we go. Alright. And yeah, it looks alright. I actually think the LED lends itself to the yellow a little bit better. But yeah, whatever. I got the Takara, so I'm going red. Same light bleeding with this replacement as well. But yeah, so that's on. And then once you cycle through all three, just push it again to turn it off. Alright, so that's that. We'll go through attaching the head when we get to the end. Alright, so onto his pistol. This is all one solid piece. It's non-transforming. So they've used the same solid looking metallic paint, but then when you turn it on, the button's at the back here, well, that lights up awesomely. That looks fantastic, especially because the metallic paint is sort of stopping these bars top and bottom lighting up, so it just looks like the whole barrel is lit and these two sort of prongs are holding it in place. I think that looks fantastic, and that is nice and bright as well. I'll turn the lights off once it's all hooked up together so we can have a look. The red stripe around here is done really well. The plastic, I'm not really seeing any sprue marks. Do have quite an obvious join down the middle. Bit of a sprue mark there. Lots of speckle in this one. I'm not sure if that's coming up or not. Let me just turn this off. Not sure if that's coming. There you go. Lots of speckle in this one. Let's just have a close look at that LED. Looks awesome. I really dig this. They've done a good job. And then lastly, for the accessories, well, don't worry about that. We get his tape. Now this has a whole bunch of voice lines from the. I'm pretty sure it's the Japanese, and then they have 1 or 2 English voices, and then the theme song. The sound quality is really good for such a tiny speaker. I'm really impressed. So let's just hear some of it. That just sound that Japanese voice, that is just awful. Did he sing all of his lines in the Japanese version? Because it sounds like he's singing. So look, there's a few of the Japanese ones. You can't pick which ones you play. You just got to cycle through them all, which is a little bit annoying. So I'm just going to start skipping them. So that's a little bit full on. And then this next one, I would have been happy if the tape only played this next one, to be honest. So the sound quality, I'm just gonna stop it there so I don't get demonetized. The sound quality is, for such a little speaker, it's pretty good. I'm pretty impressed with that. The tape itself, yeah, it's got some nice sharp tape details. The stickers aren't too bad. Rumble and Frenzy, it's a nice touch. All of mine came with batteries. I haven't heard of anybody who hasn't included batteries. I have no idea what size they are. I'm sure yours will come with them, so yeah, you can find out then. Alright, so before we start attaching all this, just gonna energize and we'll get straight into it. Alright, so here I have my Takara Soundwave. This is the first run Takara Soundwave. Actually, this is a really awkward way to film this. Let me just make some adjustments. Alright, that's better. Now, so on Soundwave, the screw in the back of the neck, on the Takara at least, I don't know about the Hasbro, on the Takara is covered by the back of his neck, whereas on the model version, you can see you've got clear access. As you can see, I've been having a crack at it, and I've taken a little bit of plastic off the bottom. I've been using their screwdriver that they supplied, but I'm finding it's just a little bit too thick. I've had to upgrade screwdrivers, and as you can see, the screw isn't clearing the plastic at all, so some of the plastic is worn away from the screwdriver. And the screw was incredibly difficult to get out, and it's gone. Alright guys, so I accidentally did it off camera. It's really awkward trying to do it this way, so I'll explain how to get it off. Take the screw out of the back of the head, right? Don't bother trying to disassemble the head itself. There's a peg there and a peg there that are super glued. They'll snap. So what you need to do is pry the front of the neck away from the back. Look how long that peg is. I have like a dentistry tool. I managed to just stick that in and force it out. And thankfully I didn't damage the head anymore. But yeah, it took a lot of force to get that front bit off the back bit. Thankfully, not such a big deal with the model head. Unscrew the back of the neck. Be careful of the paint. Pry the front of the neck away from the back of the neck. And it's gone. Put the front of the neck onto that mushroom peg, and then insert the head over the top. Onto the mushroom peg, give them a bit of a push together. I might just use the blunt part of the screwdriver just to hold it in place. Just like that. And then let's just screw the neck back together. That's it. It's done. Stand up. Complete. Now let's take a good look at all of the bits. So now that it's on, we can really get a much better appreciation for how this really looks. Stand up straight. Let's just have it straight on, shall we? Very cool indeed. Alright, let's get him to hold his gun. Now, I've got Kfc hands on this guy, right? I'm not sure how the official hands hold it. I can't be bothered digging them up. Check that out. Perfect. Turn on. Holds it absolutely perfect. Awesome. That is awesome. Alright, let's chuck the tape in now. So to put the tape in, you want the red side facing forward because this little ejector button is going to hook onto that. Oh. That's a little bit annoying. I'm just going to hold this shut. That's awesome. It still sounds really clear even with it closed. And while that's going, I'm just going to switch these lights off. So you can see there's quite a bit of... Alright, shut up now. Quite a bit of glow. That is awesome. Look, see? Ha! That was really worth all the hassle it was to assemble it. The only thing I'm disliking like this is just the light leaking out of the head. Maybe I'll just stick some blue tack in there or something. I don't know. Yep. I'm happy with it. I'm really happy with it. Alright, so final thoughts wise, is it worth it and should you buy it? I'm going to say yeah. Upgrade kits aren't for everybody. Some people think they're a waste of money, and this I've seen this thing priced from very well priced to damn expensive. So shop around. Build wise and quality wise, I love it. I think it's built pretty well. The colours all match. I'm not seeing any crazy sprue marks. There's no stress marks, no bad mold lines, nothing. The LEDs are all really nice and bright. The paint that they've used is fantastic. I really love that with the LEDs off, it's still got a metallic colour to it. You don't need them on for it to look good. So that's a big recommend for me if you're into upgrade kits like this. If you're not, then just pass on by. And that's it. Now, if you enjoyed this video and like what I'm doing, please like and subscribe to my channel. Remember to check out my Facebook for daily news and updates on KO and third-party stuff. I also have Twitter and Instagram, so head over there. I post different content on all 3 platforms. And as always, guys, thank you very much for your time, and thanks for watching.